What is up, my people? Today was shoulder day, and we're gonna get right into it. So I started with the seated military presses. I put 25 pounds on each side to start, and as you can see, I did them on the Smith machine. The Smith machine was really nice for a change because it stabilizes the weight for you, and it really just allows you to focus on your form. So make sure you're getting a really good stretch on the way down, a good contraction on the way up, and you're resisting the weight in between all of that. So I increased the weight by 25 pounds each set, so this here would be my third set. And as the weight goes up, the form stays the same. I still focus on those fundamentals that I just mentioned, making sure I get a stretch on the negative, getting a good contraction on the way up, and resisting the weight. That's how you keep your shoulders in control of the workout the whole time, because you could easily be working out your arms as well. So we want to maximize our workout, keep the tension on the shoulders. Came up in weight again. This would be my fourth set, and I'm working. I'm really pushing myself to my limits. You can see it in my face. You can see how I'm struggling. I come to that wall right there, but you got to push past it. Something a little funky about this fourth set is that it's a drop set. So what you're going to see me do is take 25 pounds off with no rest in between, and we're going to burn out again. Strip the weight and burn out. That's how I like to do things. Because that last set was kind of heavy. I might have just got like 6 reps in, and I wasn't burnt out. So I'm going to strip the weight, hit some more of this lighter weight. Still challenging myself. Look at that. That was hard. But I still do another one. It's like you just got to test your might. Keep doing them. Burn out. Just because you hit a certain number, if you still feel like you got some energy, don't save it. Hit that shit. You guys have to understand that the pain is what we want. That pain is what we have to embrace, because that's when the gains are really being made. So when you start feeling that and your muscles start getting tight and starts hurting, that's not when it's time to let up. That's when it's time to start going. That's when it's time to pick up the pace. That's why I do these drop sets. That's why they're so effective. So keep that in mind. You got to embrace the pain. That's when the gains are really being made. So here we are, moving on to side lateral raises, and we're doing them on the cables. I really slept on this, the cables. I slept on the cables. I would always do these with the dumbbells, but now I love it doing it with the cables. So 4 sets of these, and really focusing on form like always, trying to find the perfect rep. Trying to keep my shoulders in control the whole time. So you really have to focus, because this is such an easy exercise to lose the tension in. We're trying to work out our delts. And it's easy to get caught up in the motion of just getting the weight from point A to point B, from point A to point B, the bottom to the top. But are your delts in control of that motion? That's what I want to make sure of. I want to make sure that my delts are the one responsible for bringing that weight from point A to point B. So here we are, moving on to the front raises. Same thing. Look at me. I'm touching my delts right now. I'm touching the front part of it. I want to make sure that it's hard. I want to make sure it's the front part of my delts that's doing this, because just like the last one, easy to lose the tension. So I want you guys to really focus and keep looking for that perfect rep where you feel the stretch on the way down, you feel the contraction on the way up, and you're resisting in between all of that. And I want you to feel all of that in your front delt while doing these. That's what we're trying to work out. So that's where you need to feel those things. Those are the key things you got to feel: a stretch, a contraction, and then I want you resisting the weight at all times. This will keep the tension on the delts at all times, and that's what we want. So 4 sets of those, and now we're moving on to the upright rows. I was using this exercise to target my traps, but it hits the delts really good as well. And the key to this exercise is to keep your elbows above the weight at all times. So you have to position yourself and go through the motion with your elbows above the weight at all times. And just like any other workout, look for that perfect rep. Resist on the way down. Fight the gravity. That's going to keep the tension on your traps. You're going to feel the stretch there on the way down. You're going to get familiar with, where your traps feel in your body. You're going to get familiar with activating them at will. And you're going to get familiar with making sure that they're in control of moving the weight from point A to point B. So that's what we're working on. That's what I'm practicing each rep. Activating those traps. I bring it to the top and resisting at the bottom, and I feel that stretch really good. And I try to flex them while it's at the bottom to guide the motion up. I like to flex my traps first, make them the first thing to move, make my traps the first thing, so I know that they're guiding the movement. That last set was a drop set, by the way. But here we are moving on to the reverse pec deck for some reverse flies to target the traps and rear delts. I chose to do these because after those upright rows, my traps and rear delts were really pumped up and I just wanted to finish them off. So what I like to focus on with this exercise is pulling through the elbows. But when you get to the starting position, try to flex your traps and your rear delts first, then pull through your elbows. That's going to make sure that your rear delts and your traps are guiding the workout. That's going to make sure that you start the workout with the tension on those areas. And then as you resist the weight back to the starting point, that's what's going to keep the tension there. So make sure you're always resisting the weight to keep the tension continuous. And here we are. For the final exercise, we move on to the seated shoulder presses on the cables. This workout was a bit spontaneous, but I needed something to finish my shoulder workout with. So the goal of this exercise was to just go heavy. I just wanted to make myself struggle one last time before I left the gym. This workout was actually really good for me. Probably because I'm not used to doing shoulder presses on the cables. This was like the first time I've done it. If not, I haven't done it in years. And I actually really liked it because cables really let you go heavy. If you're doing other workouts, the gravity can be too much. Like with the barbell, if it's too heavy, that weight just comes crashing down on you. But with cables, as long as you're resisting, the weight is actually kind of controlled and you can get some solid reps in. So I actually like the cables, and maybe you guys should try them in, your next workout. Yeah, you can see how that weight's shaking. Those are those struggle reps right there. But that's good for me. So yeah, this was the end of the workout. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys learned something. Apply these tips and tell me, give me some feedback. Tell me what you guys think. If you enjoyed it, tell me how your lifts went. Did you get that pump? Did you get those gains? Let me know. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Peace.